Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Cloudy ML. Today I am going to discuss the freelancing which I have done this weekend. So this is a series of videos I am going to publish every weekend because I am into freelancing, and every weekend I will take out time from my regular working life and do some freelancing activities. So today the task given to me was to create a CloudWatch dashboard in Amazon using Lambda and Boto 3. So a brief introduction about CloudWatch. CloudWatch is a place where you can see all the metrics related to different things in AWS present, like EC2, S3 bucket, EBS volumes, and other stuffs, all the resources in AWS. If you want to put a close eye on that, how my things are performing, how is the network thing, how is the traffic to my EC instances, what is the size of my S3 bucket, all those things you can visualize in a very appealing manner in Amazon dashboard. So there are few tasks involved with this. So firstly we need to create EC2 instances because I was required to capture the metrics of EC2 instances. Then we will be creating one IAM role which we are going to use in Lambda, because Lambda in itself cannot do anything. It needs the permissions to access different resources of AWS, which we will be providing using the IAM role. Then we are going to create the Lambda function. After that, there is one small thing which we need to do. It is like increase the timeout of the Lambda function, because this code is going to run more for longer duration. Generally in Lambda you will have 3 hours of timeout, so we are going to increase it to some more than 3 seconds. I think I told 3 hours, maybe actually it's 3 seconds of timing in Lambda is the limitation for running. I'm going to increase that. Then I'm going to use Boto 3 to connect to EC2 instances and CloudWatch. So we are into CloudWatch dashboards. So to come here, we can go to services and type CloudWatch. Sorry. Yeah, after coming to this, you will get a dashboard. Yeah, so we have many dashboards here. CloudWatch is basically the central location where we can put an eye on each and every resource of AWS. In dashboard we have an option to create custom dashboard which will have metrics of our own desires. Generally we have metrics mentioned in CloudWatch. Metrics are just like the capturing parameters of different components of AWS. Like EC2 we have some metrics. The metrics, pre-instance metrics, we have something called CPU credit balance remaining, network packets in, network packets out, CPU utilization. So all these are metrics. If I click some of them, it will be publishing me a graph. You can see that. So this we can use in our dashboard. So we are going, I may go to dashboard. I will just create a dummy dashboard. For example, here I am going to add a widget. I will take a line chart, configure. I will go to EC2, pre-instance metrics, and I will select something called CPU utilization for particular instance. See, I got the graph. I will tell create a widget, EC2. Now this widget is ready. I'm just going to look into the code with which we are going to create, because we are going to use the Lambda function to create it through code. So you can see this is the JSON object which created this dashboard. We have widgets. In widgets we have something called properties. This XY is the location, height, width. Properties is time series. The main thing is this metric portion where we need to mention the instance ID. This is the instance ID of my EC2 instance running here. You can see it, this one, right? So, and the region in which my instance is running, this is very important parameter, and this code created this dashboard. Similarly, we are going to multiple of these things in my Lambda to create a complete dashboard. We'll look into this just in a moment. Now we are required to create the Lambda function. So we will go to the type here Lambda. Yeah, it's already come. So here we have the option of creating Lambda function. So Lambda function is just like a environment provided by AWS in which we can run our codes in different languages. We need to mention the language. I will give a name. So as I was mentioning, there are many languages available in Lambda. We have Java, Node.js, Python, Ruby, .NET, many others. Even if we don't have something of our own desire, we can bootstrap it through our zip files uploaded in S3. So I am going to use Python 3.7 for now. After choosing the environment, I am going to create a role. So as I told before, so Lambda needs to connect to different services of AWS, different components of AWS like EC2 and S3 bucket. So all this the Lambda cannot do on itself. It needs to have some permissions. So we need to provide those permissions here while creating the Lambda function. We are going to use an existing role which we don't have. So I'm going to go to the IAM role. Here inside IAM, I'm going to go to the role section. This role will be assumed by our Lambda. So I will go to create role and I will select the entity for which I am going to create this role. For in this case it's Lambda. Now we have to create policy. So I am supposed to connect to some EC2 instances, so I will take some permission to connect to EC2 instances. So for this case, EC2 full access. It's not required full access, but I will take in this step. Apart from that, I need some Lambda basic execution function. Yeah, so these two are enough for me. I will skip this part. I'll give a name. These two are there, fine. Create the role. So now this role has been created and you can see this role is present here. I'm going back to my Lambda. Here I am going to use the existing role. I need to refresh it. It's not yet here, I need to type it. Yeah, it's now here, demo Lambda. I'll create the function. So I have the function ready here. So what I need to do now is, first of all, I need to increase my timeout. It's by default 3 seconds, but in our case it's going to take more than 3 seconds, so I am going to increase 1 minute. So here you can see my Lambda can now run for maximum of 3 minutes and 3 seconds, 1 minute and 3 seconds, and it's Python 3.7 environment. So my Lambda function is ready. Now I'm going to copy paste my existing code, which I have already here. Yeah, so this is the code through which I am going to connect to the dashboard. So you can see this code is there. It will be running on a serverless environment provided by AWS. AWS will manage everything, the hardware, the OS, the security, everything. We did not worry about anything. We only need to worry about the code we are writing in Python language. So we need to import two things here, JSON and Boto3. JSON, we all are familiar, it's for passing the our input data to the Boto3, which is going to create our dashboard. Boto3 is nothing but it's made by AWS to for enabling the Lambda function to connect to various services of AWS. So here we have a function called Lambda handler. This Lambda handler is nothing, it is this function is capable of handling the whenever you will run a Lambda function, so the content inside this function will be called. This is the main scenario here. So we have something called event and context. Event is something like we need to pass, if we are calling this Lambda function from some other resource, we can pass a JSON input to this, and which will be stored in the event. So these things are we will look into later in some other courses. For now, I am going to focus more on the Boto3 concept of EC2 and CloudWatch. So I am creating a client of EC2 here, a client of CloudWatch. I am making a region, Ohio region, US East 2. In this region, I have two instances running. I can show it here. Yeah, two instances running here. Okay. So here I am catching my instances based on some tag value which I have already provided. What I am going to do now is I am going to go to my EC2 and show you how to create a EC2 instance for being able to capture its metrics. So I already have two EC2 instances running. I will create one more for demo purpose. So you can select this one, any one you can select. Next. Here I need to add some tags. Tags are kind of metadata which are helpful in identifying the resources. If you will see here, I'm filtering the instance based on name tag and value demo. So that thing I'm going to provide here. Type. So based on this key value pair, I will be able to identify this resource. I need to have this, I already have this key value pair, this PEM file for connecting to this instance. Anyway, I'm not going to connect it. So it has started, so within a minute this will be available. Meanwhile, I will go do a quick walk through the code. So this is the CPU utilization template, meaning we have here I am telling to my dashboard that this is a AWS EC2. If you can come here and see, yeah, so this is similar to what is present here. EC2 instance, CPU utilization, EBS volumes, network in, network out. These are the four parameters I am trying to capture. I initialize them as empty list. Then for all the instances, I am looping it through them. I am then appending this value. This template is present here, and whatever is remaining here with format, I am putting the particular ID, the ID which I am supposed to put here, right? So this way I'm looping it. After the loop is completed, I am joining each of the string using comma. Also all the metric it will come using comma. So here I only have one instance, but if I want more instance, I can just do it like this. And here I need to just change my instance ID. So that's what is happening in my Lambda. So right now I will be working with 3 EC2 instances, and they will be appended for all those 4 metrics. And these are the things we already discussed: the height, width, and properties, the time series thing. So everything I am going to combine in a text format, you can see here, and append the required parameters, required values which we captured in some variable before. So those things will be available in a text format. Then we are going to call the Boto client for my dashboard, correct? So I will give some name, demo dash, and the dashboard body will be a JSON one. So this is my JSON format, a string starting with curly braces and ending with curly braces. So this is my JSON format, and this is a type of input my dashboard accepts. So all these things which I defined here is present, and I can successfully run it now. So don't worry if you have not understood the code is quite easy. The only difficult part was to frame the input structure, which I have already done it here. I will be giving the link of this source code. From there you can easily understand it. For the time being, I will save it and test it if it is working properly or not. Okay, this will come if you have not given some, I told in the beginning we need to pass some test like input to this lambda function. So this was that. We can give it anything. Anyway, we are not going to use that in our code, doesn't matter. Okay, so you see we have the 3 instances. This ID is present here. I'm going to check it with my EC2. You can see these all 3 are there. So if you notice one thing, if you go to any one of them, they will have this tag, type, key is type, name is demo. This is what is there present in all of these 3, and this only I have captured using this filter thing here, and they have all been printed. So my matrix goes like this. Now let's move to the dashboard. Yeah, this one, demo dash. Yeah, we have it here. So you can see the 2 instances which were very old, and the green one is newly, so we can't see much of green. Let me go for 1 hour, maybe we can visualize it. Still not able to visualize it. Yeah, we can see some dot thing here, network in, network out. So we don't have much metric for the newly created instances, but for old created instances we already have values for their CPU utilization, network in, network out. So this is what we are supposed to do. So this marks the end of my demo of the freelancing activity I did. It took me around 7 hours to explore these capabilities of AWS, because things look simple here very much, but when you are going to do in live environment, you will face many errors. To solve those errors, you need to read many documentation. So I have tried to concise my 7 hours of learnings in very short period of time, and if you all liked it, please, I will request that you please like it, subscribe it, share it as much as possible, and encourage me to make many such videos. You can, if you have any doubt, you can comment me, and if you have if you want me to do any such freelancing activity, anything based on cloud, AWS infrastructure, platform as a services, SageMaker, and machine learning, data science, any activity for you as a freelancing activity, any project, you are free to contact me on the LinkedIn ID I have provided below. Thank you very much.